This war must end. We must end this war. But it matters. It matters how we end this war. My son Bo is a captain in the United States Army. He's a captain in the Army National Guard. His unit's been notified they should be prepared to go to Iraq in '08. He'll go. He's Attorney General of Delaware, but he's going to go. He's not complaining. I don't want him going. I don't want him going. But I tell you what, I don't want my grandson or my granddaughters going back in 15 years. And so how we leave makes a big difference. If I'm your president and this tomorrow I say every single solitary troop, all 160,000 American troops must leave Iraq immediately. You know how long it would take to physically get them out? How many of you military guys and women here? Take a minimum of 10 months. A minimum. If we did nothing else and we weren't even being shot at. A minimum. So it's time to tell you the truth. And so what happens? We know another truthful fact. 70% of all the people are dead, over the 3,600 and some dead, are dead because of roadside bombs. Of the close to 26,000 wounded, they're because of roadside bombs. That's the truth. The fact is, if we went out and built what we should have been building and I've been pushing for years, these so-called MRAPs, mine-resistant vehicles. Right now, the reason why so many of these kids are getting chewed up is they're riding around in 7,780 Humvees, and they have flat bottoms on them. So when these roadside bombs go off, it penetrates the bottom and kills the kid, and or the concussion from the ground to the bottom, to the ground to the bottom, to the ground to the bottom causes severe brain trauma. All you got to do, folks, literally, not figuratively, is replace those vehicles with a bottom like this. It's called a mine-resistant vehicle. South Africans have had them for 2 decades. The Canadians have them, as well as the Australians. We haven't built them. If they're in those vehicles, we have proven that there's 80% reduction in the death rate, 80% reduction in the casualty rate. And what did some of my colleagues say why they voted against the money? They said they voted against the money to make a political point. Well, there's no political point worth my son's life. There's no political point worth anybody's life out there. None. And folks, if this president's willing to play chicken with the troops, I'm not. So ladies and gentlemen, the truth is we must leave. But the truth is, as long as there's a single American soldier there, we have a moral, sacred obligation to give them whatever protection that can materially change their well-being.